Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please pause for a moment of silence, and you may be seated. Good morning, Elko Eagles. Welcome to Eagles News, keeping up to date on all Elko things. I am your announcer today, Tommy.
And I'm Ollie.
Today is November 4th. Today is a day 2. You will have blocks 5, 6, 7, and 8. Remember that there is no school on Monday and Tuesday.
Today the weather will be mostly sunny. We will reach a high of 75 degrees and a low of 61 degrees.
The lunch choices today will be pork barbecue on a bun or cheesy bites with marinara dipping sauce.
For gym and PE this week, Mr. Miles and Miss Sports will be in the classroom. Miss Thomas and Miss Jenkins will be in the gym.
In November, we celebrate the diverse cultures, traditions, histories, and contributions of Native Americans.
Today we honor John Bennett Harrington, a retired naval aviator and a NASA astronaut. In 2002, Harrington became the first Native American in space when he visited the International Space Station.
In order to honor his tribe, Harrington carried 6 eagle feathers, a braid of sweetgrass, 2 arrowheads, and the Chickasaw Nation's flag on a planned spacewalk.
Check out your Schoology updates page for more information.
Are you looking to join a club that promotes inclusion and rights for all students? If this sounds like you, No Place for Hate welcomes you.
Please complete an interest form by scanning the QR code on the bright yellow flyers in the hallway. If you have any questions, please see Ms. Flowers in school counseling. Our Fall Scholastic Book Fair starts today. Visit the library from November 4th through 11th and check out all the great new books and posters. We will open at 5 p.m. on Tuesday, November 8th, and during parent conferences on November 10th.
You can also buy online through November 17th. Look on the library Schoology page for more information.
Mrs. Banton, our librarian, is here.
Welcome to the book fair. It opened today and it's going on through the 11th. I am going to show you a quick book fair video that I hope you'll enjoy that features some of our books and authors. Thank you. Can you make it? A little bit of a tight squeeze. All right, so the video was 11 minutes or 10 minutes. You want to see it? It's really good.
Have you heard about this new game, Darkroom? They say once you start, there's no going back. You either capture 7 ghosts with your phone, or you lose. The ghosts can show up anytime, anywhere. In your house, at your school, while you sleep. You have to be ready. Because when you play Darkroom, there are no second lives. Hunt down a copy of Darkroom at your Scholastic Book Fair.
Hey, I'm Chad Wildclay.
And I'm V Quaint.
And we're the Spy Ninjas.
We are so excited to have a new graphic novel coming out.
Called Spy Ninjas Virtual Reality Madness.
Inside this awesome graphic novel, you're gonna see familiar faces like Chad Wildclay, V Quaint, Daniel Gizmo, Regina Gennaro, and Malvin PZ9.
First, you'll see the Spy Ninjas infiltrate an old Project Zorgo warehouse. We discover some virtual reality goggles. V and I put them on, but unfortunately they get locked onto our faces. Now we are trapped inside of a virtual reality world controlled by the evil hacker group Project Zorgo. Meanwhile, Daniel, Regina, and Melvin are back at the safe house trying to fend off hackers from attacking the house. To see what happens next, look for our graphic novel, Spy Ninjas Virtual Reality Madness, at your Scholastic Book Fair.
Don't turn the lights out just yet. The creator of the Five Nights at Freddy's video games about creepy machines come to life is back with 2 new chill-inducing book series. Tales from the Pizzaplex and the Fazbear Frights graphic novel collections. 3 new horrifying, harrowing stories in each book. 3 new ways to keep you up all night long. Look for these terrifying new tales and other Five Nights at Freddy's books at your Scholastic Book Fair.
Jessie Ramsey is the newest member of the Babysitters Club. Between her family, ballet, and the BSC, she's got a lot going on. When the club gets a new charge, a boy named Matt who's deaf and uses sign language to communicate, Jessie steps up to learn sign language. Things can be a little tough for Matt sometimes, but Jessie soon realizes it's like Matt has his own secret language. And it turns out Jessie knows a secret language of her own as well. But sometimes the best secrets are ones you get to share with your friends. The Babysitters Club, Jessie's secret language.
The Berlin Wall appeared overnight, dividing my city in 2. West Berlin was a democracy. East Berlin, my part of the city, was controlled by the communists. So many people died trying to cross this wall, including my brother.
This wall has been here my entire life. I wonder what people in West Berlin think of their communist neighbors. Do they hate us as much as we're taught to hate them?
Even though the risks are great, my family and I are going to leave this place.
My parents were labeled traitors and exiled to West Berlin when I was little. I want to rejoin them.
We need to.
I want to escape.
Find Escape to East Berlin at your Scholastic Book Fair.
Your favorite YouTube gaming family is back. The stars of FGTV are returning for another epic adventure. Duddy and pesky neighbor Cecil find themselves in quite the mix-up. Literally. After an unwanted upgrade, they end up switching bodies, and things go from basic to bonkers. But they've got even bigger problems, because an evil gaming ghost has been released. Can the family's new gaming suits help save the day? Or will Duddy and Cecil be stuck in each other's bodies forever? To find out, look for FGTV The Switcheroo Rescue at your Scholastic Book Fair.
4 different kids, 3 different disasters, 2 degrees of temperature rise, 1 single cause: climate change. Hi, I'm Alan Gratz, and if you liked my other books like Refugee and Ground Zero, I think you'll love my new book, 2 Degrees. Akira, Owen, George, and Natalie will come to understand that they are deeply connected in ways that will change their lives and, just maybe, change the world.
Hi folks, I'm Rex Ogle. I'm the author of Free Lunch. Like most of you, I entered middle school a little bit scared. Elementary was such a wonderful experience, but entering 6th grade, I was dealing with wanting to join the football team, trying to figure out my locker combinations and where my classes were, but I was also dealing with poverty and domestic violence at home. Free Lunch is a story that I didn't want to write. It's something that I was embarrassed about and ashamed of. But as I got older, I realized it was an important story to tell. On the first day of 6th grade, I found out that I was going to be on the free lunch program. I didn't know how it worked or what to do. So when lunch came around, I had got my food, I got in line, and I waited. And I was nervous because the kids around me were just reaching into their pocket and pulling out money to pay for their lunches. I didn't have any money in my pocket. Over the years, I read articles about other kids living under the poverty line. There are 14.5 million children under the age of 18 living under the poverty line. That's 1 in 5 kids. I was one of those kids. If you're going through it, you should know first and foremost, you are not alone. And there are resources. There are places you can reach out to. You can also reach out to a teacher or even a librarian. Writing Free Lunch helped me revisit that. It wasn't easy to write, but I felt it was an important story so that some of those children, some of those 14.5 million kids, can understand that they're not alone. Look for my book, Free Lunch, at your Scholastic Book Fair.
I was just getting the hang of the whole Spider-Man thing, keeping Brooklyn safe and still finishing my homework, when things went sideways at a video game launch. Everyone playing the game was frozen in place, thanks to a guy called the Stranger, one of the most powerful bad dudes in any universe. I'll need all the help I can get to stop him, from my superhero and supervillain friends. It's just the fate of the world at stake. No pressure, right?
In the 1930s, Ukraine, with its rich farmland, was known as the breadbasket of Europe, and a dictator wanted complete control of it.
Imagine you're a farmer, and at the end of the day, you're coming home. And as you round the corner, you see all these strangers. They look like an invading army, marching down the main street, and they've come to invade your village. My name is Marcia Skripek, and I'm the author of Winterkill. Winterkill is inspired by true events. It's a time in history when a young boy tried to stop a tyrant from erasing the Ukrainian nation and culture. The Holodomor is what this book is set during. I wanted to write about this story because it seemed that people didn't know about it at all. It was really important to talk about this because those things that we don't talk about will be repeated. And this is happening right now. Neil is just this kid, just like you. He just wants simple things out of life. But everything changes on the day the young pioneers come marching down his street. And certainly not for the good.
Find Winterkill at your Scholastic Book Fair.
I'm scared of pretty much everything. Heights, drowning, falling. But the thing I should have been scared of the most was fire. My parents weren't home that night. I was the one who pulled my little sister out of the fire. Her life will never be the same. And the worst part of all, the shameful secret I can't let anyone know, it was all my fault. After the fire, my parents banished me across the country to my grandparents' house until my sister feels better again. Who knows? Maybe I can do some healing too. Find Controlled Burn at your Scholastic Book Fair.
This is Rosie, a teeny kitten found alone on a cold, dark street when she was just a few days old. When her new mom took her home, Rosie wouldn't even eat. Until Lilo the husky got involved. At first, the family was worried Lilo's size might scare Rosie, but Rosie curled up in Lilo's fur, and it was clear she thought Lilo was her mother. Rosie and Lilo were inseparable after that, going on hikes, taking road trips, kayaking. Now they're basically famous. But all that matters to them is being there for each other every step of the way. Look for Rosie's story at your Scholastic Book Fair.
If you saw some books that you might like, please come and visit our book fair. We will be open until next Friday. And again, I'll be here parent conference night and on Tuesday during the winter meeting, winter sports meeting. We take cash and cards, and after 3 p.m., we only take cards. So please come and visit us in the library.
Thank you, Ms. Banton. I'm excited to check out the book fair. Football has their last playoff game on November 9th. That is Wednesday. They will be playing at Verina High School. The game starts at 5 o'clock. We wish our Elko Eagles good luck.
Did you know that winter sports will start in a few weeks?
What? Wow, so soon?
Yes, wrestling and boys basketball will begin November 14th. Anyone interested in trying out should get an updated physical soon.
Athletic physicals are considered current if they are dated after May 1st, 2022. If you are already turned in your physical this year, you do not need to turn in another one.
Open gym for basketball is available for boys on November 9th and 10th from 3:30 to 5 o'clock, but it does not affect tryouts and is in no way attached to tryouts.
Students must have a permission slip signed to stay after.
Get your permission slips from the office, and when filled out, please return them back to the office.
Elko PTSA is collecting gently used athletic shoes. Please put the shoes for the donation in the black box to the right of the library door.
Elko is also collecting canned and other non-perishable food items for the Christmas mother. Bring in items for donation to your advisory class.
Today is Grade Check and Reflection Day in Advisory. Today, everyone will be reflecting on the past week and considering how they can improve to achieve high academic and attendance performance.
Mark your calendars. The block party from the World's Finest Chocolate fundraiser will be Tuesday, November 22nd.
If you still have money to turn in, please bring that to Ms. Croxton. She is in the hall by the elevator in the mornings.
Any student who has not returned their money from the World's Finest Chocolate fundraiser will not be able to attend the block party.
Now, Mrs. Flowers is here to announce the positive referrals.
Good morning, Elko Eagles. Our first positive behavioral referral was submitted by Ms. Miller from Marcus Bradley. Marcus displayed responsibility by staying back to help clean up the class when his peers left it a mess. Our next 4 positive behavioral referrals were submitted by Ms. Crofts for Hazel Rice, James Boyer, Alan Craddock, and Genevieve Gilliam. These students displayed responsibility by working independently with their group to help create and build a project. Our next was submitted by Ms. Savage for Isaac Rivera. Isaac displayed responsibility because he always shows responsibility by completing his work and starting the next task without having to be reminded. He makes sure he shows Ms. Savage his work and takes responsibility for his work by asking clarifying questions. The next was also submitted by Ms. Savage for Dale Nelson. Dale displayed this discipline by always completing his work quietly. She never has to remind him to get back on task. The next was submitted by Ms. Self for Bridget Finley. Bridget displayed engagement by always remaining focused in class and participating. She actively participates in discussions and stays on point. In addition, Bridget always helps in cleaning up beyond her own area without being asked. It is so encouraging to have Bridget in Ms. Self's class. The next was submitted by Mr. Morris for Kinsey Dickerson. Kinsey displayed positivity by recently demonstrating friendship, compassion, and moral support for a friend who was upset in the library. She deserved to be commended for her actions. And the last one was submitted by Ms. Brown for Alexander Herrera Orpeza. Alexander displayed responsibility by working hard in class. He finished his performance tasks and rough draft and quiz early. Ms. Brown was so proud of him.
Thanks for listening, and remember,
we are Elko Excellence.
We have Elko Pride.
I am positive.
I am responsible.
I have integrity.
I am disciplined.
I am engaged.
We will soar. Have a great day.